Hey, 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 welcome to Freedom FriYAY, Soul Family. My name's lisalyle. This is my channel here on YouTube. A very warm welcome home to all of you, new or those coming back. I'm so grateful for your presence here at this time as we shift the timeline for humanity, HUEMANITY. At this time, I'd like to just ask that I am a clear and pure channel to bring through messages from Source Divine, loving and kind, with the intention to support the highest and greatest good of humanity at this time. And of course, to keep our central nervous systems calm and relaxed as we move through. It's almost like this intense cosmic belt that we're moving through. That's really what it feels like. And it feels like a lot of humans are coming unglued. And this is a good thing. We need to come unglued. We need to come down from our high horse, if you will, particularly here in North America. And get busy doing what is going to support humankind to thrive at this time. So we are hours away, about 18 hours away from the partial solar eclipse in the sign of Aries here in North America. It's taking place right around sunrise. So we may or may not be able to see it. Regardless of whether we see it, we are definitely feeling it. And this is an opportunity for an abundant new beginning for all of us, not just some at the top of the pyramid scheme that's being run here on this planetary body at this time. So, how are you all feeling? How are you all doing? We're going to do a collective energy. This week has been all about the collective. And of course, it's meant for us to take and process in our personal experience, because within the collective, there is always the individual soul. So, and we are all being called home. What I was guided to write here before coming live were these little notes, and I'm just going to share them with you. So we are in a universal 9 year, which many of you know, and I trust that if you're coming across this in 2026, 2030, or whenever you may connect with this message, there will be something here for you, because this is a long-term shift, and we've been in it for a very long time, and we're coming to the end of this collective shift, and the new beginning is truly going to begin about a year from now. But we're in the thick of it. We're wrapping up cycles, we're completing things in this universal 9, and we're being asked to level up. Say what you feel, tell it like it is, and remember, love wins. And so we are here, instead of to be potentially harmful to one another, we are here to be potential and potent allies with one another. And we're all here to remember memories and feelings that are unlike love, so that we can move into the embrace of love, which has always been ours since the beginning of time. And it's only the fact that we have been born into this tumultuous timeline that speaks volumes of who we are. And honestly, like warriors of the heart. And many of us are have lived through things and experiences that we never imagined we would overcome. And this is kind of representative of where we are as a collective at this time. It seems like there's such a divide, which is really incredibly sad. And it makes the empath's heart ache, or the empathetic heart ache, just because it's so ridiculous. And so at this time, the divine feminine is really holding space for the masculine, while the divine masculine does the inner work and rises to his rightful throne. A divine masculine in their essence, in their power, is really not like aggressive and domineering. He is one that takes his role of providing and protection and leadership with confidence, integrity, and authenticity, and authority. He takes the lead with authority. And then while he's doing this, the divine feminine is currently holding this space to support the masculine's rise. And as the feminine, we're holding space of a space of support with integrity, flexibility, kindness, and healing, doing our inner work. And we are supporting the masculine through our ability to nurture with gentleness, compassion, and inspired action. And inspired action comes from a place of love, right? Because we know that love is an action, love in action. So, love in action promotes soul satisfaction. Let me just look at that because, all right, and we'll see if it comes out again. I'm going to show it to you, the one they asked me to look at. And this is the master's way. We rest, restore, renew, we replenish, we revisit, we refocus, and we are reborn via the process. And, you know, the process of birth is not easy. It's messy. It's uncomfortable. Here we keep getting this message. Every time we work with this deck, we get this message. Beyond the mind, the heart beats. This is something I've been saying for years. Yes, we all have a brain in our head, you know, just like we have feet at the bottom of our legs. And, you know, and in between this space is a beautiful heart that's always beating in rhythm, or ought to be beating in rhythm and harmony with the loving universe, with a loving God, with consciously co-creating the life of our dreams. And so this is really saying out of your head and into your heart. And at the beginning of this broadcast, it was said, you know, humans are becoming unglued. And it's for those of you here connecting with this, you are one of the ones who are prepared for this time. You have been doing the work for this time. For years, I have felt that those of us who have been doing the inner work were going to be called into action at this time to support the collective rise. And as the collective consciousness rises, this energy that has been governing or ruling the working class, the average citizen of the world, the divine child of God, so we're far from average, you know, everything has been done to keep us in our place, right? Keep us frantic, trying to survive, keep us you know, dividing us between one another. I have never seen, I'm 54, I'll be 55 this year. Never have I seen such a divide on this planetary realm. And it's absolutely heartbreaking to connect with the energy that is rampant at this time. And in particularly when it comes to the dear children of light. Like if we don't, like it said, say what you mean, and what was it said there? Sorry, say what you feel and tell it like it is. Love wins. And we can do this in a really respectful way. And what is prevalent out there today and most days is this complete disregard for the other, our sisters and brothers. And so we're being asked, and again, look at this. Are you kidding me right now? So we have the 21, the world, the completion energy before we move back to, well, not move back to until we go to that place where we're stepping off the cliff to begin again, this magical mystery ride, this beautiful journey called life. What a blessing. And we are being asked, we always get this card too, to have faith in the process. It's number 32. This is my number for the divine masculine. 32 and 23 is the number for the divine masculine. And this is about change. This is about remembering who we are on a spiritual level, so that we conduct ourselves accordingly while we are humans, HUE, in skin, with a heart that beats within. Beyond the mind, the heart beats. So let us sink into our hearts and do what we can to integrate, anchor, and operate from this space. It's so important at this time. I cannot, these days, to have conversations with people, it almost brings a tear to, my eyes. And I'm sure many of you are feeling this as well. Humans are we've been so bamboozled. We have been so misled that we're at the point where we can't even see who's driving the sled. We can't even, and when presented with truth, the lies have been so deeply ingrained that it's really hard for those who appear insane to come back to the main vein of it all, which is the heart that beats within. And so for those of you who are here viewing this real time or replay, thank you so much for your faith. Thank you so much for the inner work you do day after day, year after year, decade after decade. Thank you so much. And if you're just at the beginning phases of doing the inner work, congratulations. Congratulations. You've made it. This is a stepping stone to your full-blown realization of your dreams, your sacred dreams, those beautiful dreams, 1221, those beautiful dreams for humanity. And speaking of 1221, the eternal beloved, free from judgment, free to love. This comes to a 12. So we have 12 and 21 here. This is eternal love guiding us, the beloved, mother, father, God, creator, source, showing up and tapping in to the abundant resource field that lives within. Sacredness in skin. It feels like this is, again, another bit of a cheerleading message. And if you listen to the previous 2 or 3, maybe 5 messages, 1313 there, which is the divine feminine's number. If you listen to the previous handful of messages, you will see there has been this celebratory energy as we're moving, like we're shifting day to day. Things are changing day to day. How are you feeling today? I would like to ask that, and please let me know in the comments how you are feeling today, because there's a lot going on. And this is what's going on, is we're beginning to rediscover who we truly are, and the value, our value, our worth, and the self-worth of the humanity has been deeply wounded, and the wounding has taken place through the root and sacral chakra, so that by the time we grow into our adolescence, we are so disempowered at this point. And our solar plexus, which is the adolescent years, is our power point. So many of us, the focus, if you're just starting out, and regardless of actually wherever you are, is always to touch back into that emotional center in your body, those roots, and that the root and the sacral chakra, because the sacral chakra is the home of self-worth in our physical body. It's the space between our hips. It's our ability to navigate our emotional waters. It's our ability to accept what has been, back there, to, free from judgment and bringing love to the child who experienced it all. The sacred rebel is all about healing the inner child. There's no way around that. And I love that she's got a crown of daisies here, because I was just speaking the other day, I believe on Whimsical Wednesday, the interactive that is swan, vulture, or crow. In there, we were speaking about making this flower, I said dandelions, this flower crown. We're remembering who we are, divine royalty, all connected via our heart, not to mention the soles of our feet, the water we drink, and the air we breathe. My true worth is intrinsic and shines from my inner being like a sacred jewel of love and compassion. And our worth is never, ever dependent on someone's opinion of us. We all have opinions. I mean, that's what makes life interesting, right? We all have opinions. We're not all the same. The power of my voice. So as we wrap up this cycle, we're saying what we feel, we're meaning what we say, and we're acting accordingly. And, this is beautiful confirmation. And it's funny because yesterday in the live, I showed the ammonite crystal, or fossil actually, that I was wearing. And, so this again is confirmation. We're wrapping up a massive cycle, a planetary cycle at this time. And as we continue to do our inner work, one beating heart at a time, we support the freedom of humankind, truly, where righteousness is restored to this planetary realm and everyone remembers their role. There's none above the other. We are indeed sisters and brothers, and we're here to walk the path of forgiveness via the vessel, the skin that our soul currently lives within and beyond. We want to make that clear, because we're not just here. We are. That's so funny. We exist beyond this space as well. There's a lot of energy coming in when this is, those who have worked with me over the years know when I start yawning, and it's because there's a lot of spiritual energy coming in. So I'm going to have some more water. Yesterday's Daily Divine was called Thirsty Thursday. And so it was so funny. We need water, right? Many of us drink coffee, we drink other stimulants, this kind of stuff, but ultimately we need a large amount of water on a daily basis to support our basic functions of our internal organs. And so every time we drink coffee, we have to double the water intake, particularly coffee. I'm just speaking of coffee at this time. We have to double the water intake. So last night, before I called it a day, I was guided to go and I drink a French press of coffee. So it's like 2.5 small, like not small, but 2.5, a liter. So what it comes to is one French press is a liter of coffee. And so in order to counteract the diuretic effect, the dehydrating effect of coffee, not to mention that it's a neurotoxin, caffeine, to counteract that, we need to drink twice as much water. So I was guided to fill 2 of these last night. Well, that's what the French press, that's double one French press of coffee. And before I was even made my coffee this morning, I had to drink one of these. And so I do feel a little less thirsty today. although still thirsty, which indicates we're dehydrated. So by the time that we are feeling thirsty, we're dehydrated. So try that little experiment in your own experience and see how it feels. Like, I'm going to keep doing it and we'll see how it goes over time. So we've got the power of my voice next. I speak my truth and express my feelings to others with care and compassion. Exactly what we were saying. And this is indicative that as we move toward this universal 10-year, 2026, which is truly the new beginning, we take the step off of the cliff. This is going to be so important. And we want to be able to speak and share, communicate in ways that the other with whom we're sharing knows that they are cared for, feels that they are cared for, and then is able, because when we speak in such a way, it's almost like we disarm the other, right? And everybody's so defensive these days. Everyone's got their defenses up, their guards up. And so if we can speak in such a way that is truly like authentic, 12 21 12 there. Thank you, Frank. This is the energy of the eternal beloved. We are supported, we are loved, and we are here. Service as co-creation. My service, no matter how great or small, is a conscious act of co-creation with the world. Number 9. So this is the year we are finding our footing on our path of service. This is where our focus and attention, our nurturance, our compassion, all of it goes to this. And via our path of service, we are healed. Our path of service is joyful, it's abundant, it's supportive, it's connective. It's expansive. It's not small. We're not, the more we're in our head, the more disconnected truly from life that we are, because life is lived from the heart, right? It's meant to be. I mean, this whole card is like heart chakra, the and grounded, root chakra and heart. So grounding our heart to the earth and solar plexus. So the purity of our healing heart via the essence of unconditional love really supports our empowerment and the growth of our nest egg, if you will. And, a nest egg is more than financial resources, although at this time that's important. And many are going to lose their nest egg. Many are losing their nest egg. So the nest eggs, anything that we lose is not real, right? It was never based on truth and integrity to begin with. So this is a whole new beginning, 2255, a whole new beginning for humankind to do it right this time, righteous, get grounded. And our service is the healing path we're here to walk. And again, right beside the power of my voice, we've got the power of self-talk, 11, the master path, what we're here for. And again, surrender. We must surrender. And yesterday, not only was I wearing an ammonite, but I also had the Ankh on as well. And so this is all confirmation. We're doing it. We're hearing it. We're following it. Trust it. Surrender to the will of the divine, solar plexus chakra, for your life at this time. And ultimately, the divine wants us to feel peaceful, wants us to feel calm, at ease, full of vitality and health. And, we have to, if we're functioning adults, if we go out there in the world and we have things to do, like a job, it's so the time that we are in our nest, in our space, it's well spent taking care of ourselves, observing how we're speaking to ourselves, surrendering to what is currently taking place, keeping the faith. When my self-talk is kinder, I am empowered in my capacity to pursue my dreams and believe in myself. And remember, that question came through, we are here to achieve and succeed. It's a matter of whether or not we have faith that that is true. If we really, truly felt that was true for us, we would be acting in accordance as such. 35, 8, the spiritual journey, the eternal journey of the soul that is temporarily here, calling your human home. How are you doing? This is about divine truth, ancient wisdom, ancient connections, ancient truth coming to life. We are the greatest technology upon this planetary realm at this time, and the most underused, abused, all of it. I'm feeling like every time I look at this and I see like the coins in her hair, like this is abundant. Trust yourself, trust your path of service. You are worth it. Use your voice for goodness, for kindness. We don't all have to agree. In fact, many of us won't, because just simply based on the perspective of our lived experience, right? And yet, when we get to this place, the heart, this is one of the beautiful things we share in common is our heart space. And what if we have been deceived and it's been inverted and we've been told to go to the mind, think smarter, blah 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 blah, 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 blah. And our true intelligent organ, our true intelligent part of our being is our heart. This is our compass. I'm looking around for the compass. It's right here. I've got the engineer's compass, Frank's compass. Over our heart. This is our compass. So let's get back to that. And it's going to take time. It's going to take time. Yet we're here to polish ourselves to shine. And then through our actions, through our inspired action, through our love, through our voice, through our compassionate co-creation and non-judgment, only love, we support others to move beyond the mind and into the heart that beats within via the process of surrendering. And this Ankh is basically right at the heart and the high heart and the wings of Isis there, the divine feminine goddess, or the angelic realms as well, going right up to the throat space. And that third eye is open, and you'll see the physical eyes are closed, and there's a slight tilt of the chin towards the heart. This is a recognition that it is the heart that guides, and perhaps this is why people bow their heads as they pray. Some humility goes a long way. But with those coins, let me just get it here. Remember, this was on the back of the chair. Some of you will remember from other videos. This was on the back of the chair at one time, but it's like a little jingle wrap. But that's what I was feeling. It's like, let's get things moving. This is like Tinkerbell energy. Turn the page. Turn the page. Let's do this. And, it doesn't matter what age you are. It doesn't matter what age you are. You're still here. You still have a dream. You're still breathing. But in my belly, are you shriveling away like the grape into the raisin? There's something to be said about hydrating ourselves properly. And I'm feeling in this moment, I've actually felt for quite some time, I haven't truly been really hydrated in a long time. So I'm excited to be back on that journey of making sure that this is my number one priority. We are the waters of life. Water is life. This planetary realm is made up of predominantly water. our physical bodies are predominantly water. And so there's something to be said, and our emotions are water, are represented by the element of water. And so this is time for us to remember that we are divine. They've just got me looking. There's something on this bookshelf. I'm going to leave that for now. So here it says, I honor the truth in surrender as it opens me to the gifts of divine grace. And grace, that's a beautiful way to end this today, or to begin this day. Grace is an unmerited gift of which we are all worthy and deserving of, just via our birthright, the fact that we're here. The fact that we're here at this time, grace is accessible to us. It's right here on the next breath. It's a gift from God, from creation, from source. It's a gift that we welcome and accept for ourselves. And it's truly what sets us free. I'm feeling the swan energy coming in to wrap this up. And, the swan is the eternal beloved. 1221 is the eternal beloved. It's the energetic, it's the day on which Frank transitioned. And shortly after his transition, on 1221, I was gifted with a flyby of 13 swans. Never have seen it before, never have seen it since. I don't imagine I will. So beautiful. We are so supportive. Beyond our mind, the real gift of life begins. And let's see if there's a song that wants to roll us out. I did hear Bon Jovi's Keep the Faith earlier, but now it's more like the Bellamy Brothers. And if you go on YouTube here after this, if you go check out the Bellamy Brothers, Let Your Love Flow. And I think it's all like, there's a video out there where, there's actual streams and things flying, and it's really beautiful. And that's what we're here for. And, we are the living waters of life and light, alive at this time for great, great restoration of divine birthright for all of us, not just some of us. I see you. I feel you. I love you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much for showing up. You are a gift of love, light, and all good things in my life. And I see your shadow too. And I'm happy to play with you there too, until you break on through to the other side. 3311, we're done. See you, everyone. Have a great day. Love has won.